bad smell, some of them, you know. But Dog Soldiers especially, that was one of my most sort of joyous experiences. I think we talked about this yesterday actually. It's we shot it chronologically with some amazing actors, Kevin Keenan and Thrones, some really experienced actors and actors who've never done anything before. And we shot it chronologically, which is unheard of. I mean, now you don't shoot chronologically, you can't afford to shoot chronologically. As you know, as an actor yourself, we started at the beginning, and as you know, it's a very intense experience being an actor. And it was a dense dialogue, it was militaristic dialogue, really snappy. So we got to know each other as a company very quickly. And so when people started to die, they were literally thrown off set that day. So there's a real sort of sense of loss, because you become a family very closely when you work as an actor, because it's all about trust and caring about each other, and being aware of each other, and everyone has bad days and fear and everything like anxiety and being tired and everything. So we started to lose characters one by one. There was this real sort of palpable sense of loss. So that's my main story about Dog Soldiers, is that it ended up with me and Kevin McKinnon coupled, you know. And then he rang me the next day and said, I'm on my own. I was flown out and he was on his own with a werewolf.
I absolutely love you on Gotham and everything. And my question is specifically for Robin. I know that I and a lot of my other queer friends have been inspired by seeing you just be so unapologetically you, being a gay person, and seeing Oswald, who's personally my favorite character, being in love with another man. And I just wanted to ask, like, how does it feel to know you've inspired so many people to just be themselves?
Gosh, what's that feeling? It feels, feels amazing, and I only do it because, I grew up in a very small town in Iowa, very afraid, and this is in the, in the 90s, like, this, before Will and Grace, and I'm that old. Well, maybe it had just started, okay? Not that. No, but it was like representation was a lot, seeing queer people, gay people, people being unafraid, it was, not normal, when I was growing up. And, so like, I carry that with me and I understand, like, if I can, like, keep one kid from killing themselves, or people from wanting to kill themselves, or keep it, like, yeah, I mean, the fact that we have to applaud for that is really fucking sad, excuse my language. But yeah, so like, that's my goal, is like, I don't want, kids out there to feel the way I felt, which is like, just like crippling being alone, and if I can like, just, and keep like one kid from getting bullied, like, that's all that I want to do, and so, yeah, and it's, it's like, you try and put good out there, and I know I'm going to overuse this metaphor, but it's throwing the rock in the pond, and the ripples go out, and that goodness hopefully goes to you, and you carry it on to him and her and them, and it goes on and on and on, and that's like, we're so lucky to be on this platform and to be able to say things, and that people just, whether or not they want to listen, they will hear it, and so for us to be able to put good and put love out there, especially now, is so important, and so like, we don't take this lightly in the least, So anyway, God bless you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
So I'm going to try to say this smoothly because we're freaking out a little bit because you're both sitting right there.
You're allowed to freak out.
Well, yeah, losing it. I love you both. Like, my family and I, like, love Batman, love Gotham. Our kids have been in, like, Batman onesies. We love it. So again, try to make this smooth. My question is for you. For the character. So like, one of my favorite things about like villains, the best kind of villain is a villain that like starts off kind of good, right? But then has like that snap, that breaking point, And given so much has already happened to Penguin, has that snap happened, or is just more gonna happen where it's like you go dark all the way, like can't bring you back whatsoever?
We're gonna be snapping until the show's canceled. Snapping up and snapping down. Yeah, no, that's what's so lovely about, or so, not lovely, but really brilliant about being on a show like this, is that, the characters morph and evolve, and we play them for 9 months out of the year, so it's just, like we become like very connected to these characters, and it feels more like a life than any other sort of like normal like narrative arc, like if you do a movie or if you do a play. Like it's just this continually evolving thing. So I don't think I could definitively say that, oh, when I serve the kids to their mom, I can't say that, obviously that was a snap, but I can't say that there aren't going to be more, like, we got to keep this going, like, more snaps.
That's the thing, what I love about our show is that everyone has the propensity to be good and evil in real life. I don't think Penguin ever woke up in the morning, Oswald woke up in the morning and said, it's not really bad today. It's one of those things, it's a natural progression. I think the great message with Oswald especially, I think, which I love so much, is, don't bully anyone, don't push anyone, because that
yes, exactly. A cautionary tale.
So be nice to each other, because a penguin might be sitting next to you.
Thank you, bless you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
So I just want to say thank you as a queer teen.
Bless you, you're welcome.
But my question is, if your character was running for president, what would their slogan be?
Well, I can answer for Oswald. Obviously, his slogan was "Make Gotham safe again." So it'd be "Make America great again." It's like what do they call it? Like graveside laughter? Is that what it's called? Like gallows humor. That's where we're at now. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, did you have a question?
A couple questions and a special request. Special request is because it's my birthday weekend, my friend Rhode's Rizzo's weekend, and my mom's birthday weekend when they come show up. Would you two please sing happy birthdays? Yeah, okay. The question is for Sean. I've been a big fan of Doctor Who since your father. And Dog Soldiers. I don't love you as Alfred. Best one yet. so far. And just two of you guys. How is it like working with Ben McKenzie? Well, because Dead On.
Don't love.
Yeah. Dead On. And I just see this chemistry that really pops out.
Well, the thing is about our company, and you've probably heard this a million times about the cast before these conventions, is we really love each other, we really like each other. We actually do.
We actually do.
Oh,
It's weird.
that shows.
It's a bit weird,
Yeah,
isn't it?
we hang out all the time.
Hang out together and stuff, and we work 10 months of the year, which is no mean feat. It's like looking up the whole face of the eye when we started this show. We choose to hang out together, and Robin and Corey were in my facility in London Town. We were doing some press and a holiday, planning our next.
Yeah, it's really remarkable.
So we're a very, very tight company. I'm honoured. It can be quite sort of hermetically sealed sometimes, our show, because we, for obvious reasons, we work with certain members more than others. And I work with David a great deal. I was talking about this last night. We had a scene together in an episode, a couple of episodes ago this season, and I've never been so excited because I haven't actually done a scene with Robin. And I have to say, I got so nervous, I cried and I couldn't remember my lines.
We both of us were terrible. All three of us was mean to be in a giant, all terrified.
And we all stood at each other like that.
They're like, and action! And Sean was just leaving it.
Because we hold each other in such high regard, and we work at such a fast pace that we have no time for. You don't want to be the weak link on our show because everyone is so good. Corey and Robin. I'm sorry, and some of the greatest television performances I've seen in years. And everybody, the bar is set so high, and we get given so little time. You don't want to mess up, So, but anyway, that's.
Okay, just asking one more question for you. Did the BBC ever approach you to reprise your father's role as a third doctor?
No, they haven't asked me. They're too big a Cuban heel boots to fill, really. Do you know what I mean?
I
don't think
understand.
I'd get away with 3 shirts. I tried, but
Okay.
No, but no, the thing is, it's my dad, if he had a grape, would be laughing his butt off, actually. Because, like, well, you know, as an angry young man, of course, you need to cut the teeth, you need to get there on your own, and everything like that. I thought, like, considering playing Doctor or something like that, you'd find hilarious. But no, I'd never do it because he was my father, and he, like I said, he was the action doctor. He was a doctor of his generation. Roger Delgado was his best friend. I've been asked, I was very kindly asked by Moffat and Gattis to play a sort of weird, sort of Viking alien thing in the last season. And if I'm going to do it, I'd love to do something with a little more gravitas and a little bit more of an ode towards my father. I don't know in what capacity. You're very lucky to all the Whovians out there because you've inherited one of the great writers that we have in our country, Chicken, who I've read many times and read things like Little Church and things like that. He's hilarious and funny. He's genius, honestly, you're for a treat. So I'm really looking forward to what he's going to do. And I saw Ron Gattis made a really weird noise. I completely fangirled out when I did that. I kind of went, oh! Where did that come from? You know, like that. Because I think the guy's a genius, and I know that he is as a huge Whovian, he still is very much involved, and I hope that they will include me in some capacity if they ever let me out the man up.
Thank you.
Okay, and my last question for Robin is one who's been bullied in his life and has a lot of gay and lesbian friends. I always say point blank, it's you have to be you first, everyone else second. That's why I have no problems with those slants and turning upside down, because they have to retain people at all times. My question is, what was the best moment for you in Gotham as two Amsterdams?
Oh my goodness, so many, it's impossible to say. The best moment would be at the end of the season 1 finale, standing on top of the building screaming out the King of Gotham. Because like, that was a good one. I was standing right at the Empire State Building screaming at it. It just was amazing. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll do the very end. Happy birthday to you. Yes. Awesome.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you have any advice for young adults and teens who want to pursue acting as a career?
Oh man.
Yeah, just be prepared to be rejected.
Yes.
You've been asked this question before, and I've been doing this for a long time. My family have been doing it for about 200 years. And the thing is, you need to be the majority of people in their lifetimes are rejected 5 times. You get 5 from a job, or you change careers 2 or 3 times. We get turned down 6 times a week. So you just have to gird your loins and suck it up and prepare yourself, because it doesn't get any easier. I tell you that. No, just carry on going. Use every audition that you have as an opportunity to use it as an experience, as a film, as a piece of theatre. To just try and get as much experience as you possibly can in any shape, way or form. Theatre is always a great way to start. So that's my advice, is just being prepared, and just hang in there. Because there's the thing about acting, about success, people get it so wrong. You don't make yourself sort of successful. It's sort of, in a way, it sort of finds you, and normally it's because of the person that you are. And that's something that they teach you in drama schools in England and theatre. You suddenly realise you have an epiphany. It's really because of who you are, and the difference that you represent, the difference that you hold. It's something you can't find, it's about being truthful.
That's great advice.
Lots of advice.
And good luck to you, sweetie.
Yes.
We'll be looking out for you.
Break a leg, yes.
Awesome. Hi, how are you?
Hi guys, I'm blown away that I'm talking to you. I'm
Oh.
clutching the pearls right now.
Bless you.
It's unbelievable.
Fantastic.
I'm a teacher. I work with middle school and high school kids, and I have to tell you.
Thank you
And when
for
they
doing
get there,
that.
oh, you love it. I have the best job in the world.
Proper
But just to let you know that when they're done with their work, we talk about you guys. We talk about you guys, and we have a blast doing it. But I have a couple of questions because we were talking about this on Thursday. Are you a dancer, Robin? Because of the fact that watching you walk, do you know what I'm saying? Like the way you kick your leg, it reminded me of like the Ministry of Silly Walks. Kicking his leg up, it's totally awesome. Also, your face is completely rubber, and I'm in love with that. It's just, love it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, well, I know this can sound like the Ravens thing, but I did study a lot of mime in college. And honestly, no, it's like really, it's all about telling a story physically, and physically includes, your body, but it also includes your face. You're like expressing, true base human emotion with no words, but just with expression. And so I think that helps a lot. Yeah. Mimes! Clap for mimes!
Sean, I'm sorry, I just have a quick question for you.
Yeah, sure.
Your dad is such a, I'm such a movie, but your dad was such a physical doctor who, and you're such a physical actor. I mean, I think every week you get, somebody, you're kicking somebody's butt or somebody's kicking your butt, Do you think that, did you guys wrestle and stuff, or?
My dad was, Campus Christmas, here he was, but he was tough as nails. He was in the Navy during the Second World War. He was wild, if you guys ever met him. He was 6'3", and he was a tough old dude, man. He was an extraordinary, he was a dichotomy. We were talking about this last night with Robert. He was a pirate. He hated actors. He loved artists. He liked people that were involved in villainy. He was an extraordinary man. He was a lover of the arts. He was an extraordinary sort of cat. But like you're right, he was a very physical actor. And the funny thing is, I was thinking about this the other day, that he'd been an actor all his life from the Second World War. Actually, prior to the Second World War, right the way through to the day he died. He found television fame when he was about my age now, about 52, 53. Although he was a household name, his radio was a big medium in England or in Europe, in the world actually. Radio plays. It was a show on the Navy Lounge, so it was running to probably show on radio for 18, 19 years. But he found Doctor Who when he was about 52, 53, and he was sort of likened to being the action doctor, because he was very fond of gadgets. He sort of changed many things about the show. He liked the fact that it to be based on Earth. So he based most of his shows on Earth. He invented the Venusian Aikido, which is a thing. And the funny thing is, the similarity for me is starting, I've been working for 30 years myself, but in my own country, Europe. And to be around about the same age as he was, and playing another sort of institutionalized sort of character, and being the physical butler and being a physical doctor is kind of a similarity. And I'm growing into his nose and looking more like him, so there you go.
Thank you so much. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. I can't believe I'm standing here right now.
Looking good.
Thank you.
Looking real good.
Robin, you're probably one of my favorite actors.
Oh, thank you.
I find your role as Oswald very inspirational. Seeing somebody that's very unconventionally attractive, sure.
Yes.
Steady.
He starts out at like this very small point, in his career as a villain. Under the role of somebody who's powerful, beautiful, all of that. But you slowly see him rise up, despite, growing up bullied and all that. And I just find that very inspirational.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you.
Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that we're ever going to see Oswald Ned kiss? I'm sorry I have to ask.
I don't know. You never know.
Well, that...
Weirder things have happened.
Actually, it's interesting, because I was sitting here thinking, we've addressed Oswald and Edward, we've addressed, the fan reaction to what's happened, but we haven't really talked about Oswald's feelings towards Edward. Is he looking for a nurturer that he can love? If he gets this love, is it something he wants to keep? Or is this just a temporary fix for, what's going on with his feelings?
Well, I think he thinks he, feels true love, but I think he's again very emotionally immature, and I think, you know, and I also don't really think that I don't think that his feelings for Ed are sexual, really. I don't really, I see nurturing, romantic, like there's something,
Like safe.
exactly, that's where I see it going, or that's how I see, you know, his feelings for Ed, but yeah, again, he's a damaged, narcissistic, you know, manipulative person, and so like, I don't think like you know, he says he loves him, but does he really know what it truly means to love
Or
him?
is he
I don't
just,
think he does.
or is he just feeling that way because Edward has seen him at his most?
Yeah, he loves power, and when he's with Edward, he feels powerful. He feels protected and powerful, and they can conquer the world together. And for Oswald, that, you know, is maybe like what love is equated to. Like I always kind of like, I like to say that Oswald's kind of like, you know, like an android watching TV, watching, you know, like a romance, or like, you know, like a rom-com, and being like, that is what love is. You know, and then like trying to approximate that, but not really, you know.
Yeah.
So that's sort of how I feel it is. Does that make any sense?
No, 100%. I love that perspective, and thank you for bringing
Thank
that
you
up.
so much.
I have one more small comment. Would you say that Oswald is somewhere on the asexual spectrum?
You know, I guess I would, but I personally don't know enough to speak to or about or for the asexual community, and I'm also very reticent of applying anything to Oswald that, you know, can be applied to a large group of people, and only because, again, he's incredibly damaged, manipulative, sociopathic person. So I don't feel comfortable, you know, ascribing anything really to him for that one reason. Like, I don't think that he's someone that should at all be looked at to. So anyway, yeah, but thank you.
And you don't have to label him.
Yes, exactly, and I
He's
don't.
a character, and there's many facets to that character.
Right, but I do love, like, you know, I love that we can have this conversation about asexuality and queer and all of this, and yet we don't really have to ascribe any of that to Oswald, but it gets us all talking, and I can have like an opinion, and maybe hopefully, like, you know, let's educate, let's talk about this, you know, and whether or not it is what Oswald is, there are people out here that have all sorts of different experiences that we can address through this show, and that's what I think is so brilliant about it.
And the character is a catalyst for conversation.
Exactly.
It should be, yes.
Exactly.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
You guys are both incredible on Gotham, and Robin, you are my favorite actor. I have two questions. What is your favorite thing about playing your character and seeing them develop through all the seasons? And if you could be on any other DC show on TV, which show would you want to be on and why?
Well, I know what show you want them to be on.
Oh goodness, let's see, my favorite thing about playing the characters, just the range of emotion that he goes through. Like, you know, like, I love that. Like, as an actor, that's a dream. Like, you want to play every color in the spectrum, you want to do everything you can, and to be able to do it in your character is pretty special. You know, that's my favorite thing about that. In terms of other DC shows, you know, I'm a big fan of Greg Berlanti, so, you know, I'm not going to choose between any of his shows because I think he's great. And, you know, they're kind of like, we're all part of the Humorous family. You know, and I love what they're doing in there. So, yeah, I'm just going to say Greg Berlanti, Humorous.
Thank you. Thank you.